I was going to say the video media is red.
Okay.
Print media. All right, thank you very much and welcome back. We still have more questions to go. Thank you for submitting them. Mr. Burris, you get to answer this question first. You will have 2 minutes, sir. Pike County Memorial Hospital is funded in part through a county sales tax, but that tax is at its maximum allowed limit by state law. Is there anything else the county can do to support this valuable institution amid the many changes in our healthcare system? You have 2 minutes, sir.
Well, I really don't have an answer for that one.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Gamm, you have 2 minutes, sir.
Having personally added to the coffers down there, or my health insurance actually, we have a tremendous facility. And I suppose if they need more money, that would have to be a tax referendum put out to the voting public. And that's basically all that I'd have to say about that right now too. So.
Okay, thank you very much. Short and sweet. At least more time for more questions.
I'll
Mr.
talk
Gamm,
longer next time then.
Okay, well, you certainly may because you get to answer first this time, Mr. Gamm. And the question is this: how knowledgeable are you of the needs of county residents? You have 2 minutes, sir.
That is a very open-ended question. The needs pertaining to, was this a media question or an individual?
It was a media question. How knowledgeable are you of the needs of county residents?
Pretty well, but there again, that open-ended question could lead to a sandpit pretty quick, because there's so much DFS. My gosh, you get into the home health, hospice situation, the hospital again, the needs of medical, the 911. Where do you start and where do you stop as far as recognizing the needs? The commissioners would deal with the roads and bridges in this county, and that is people gotta live someplace and they gotta travel. And it'd be nice that it wouldn't be a 2-lane cow path that folks have to go on. And that would be, as far as the first need that I see in the duty as commissioner that would need to be filled, was ensuring that we've got a good infrastructure of roads, especially when it comes to grain hauling time, that we don't tear up the roads in the spring when the thaw goes out and literally throw the money away with the ruts and stuff that create there. But that would be the first need that I see that need to address.
Thank you very much. Mr. Burris, you have 2 minutes.
I agree with Chris. We've got a lot of good services in the hospital and home health, different places like that. But our roads do need some improvement, and I think we can work on that and get them updated some.
Thank you very much. Mr. Burris, you get to answer this question first, and we're going into the area of economics again now. What specific areas would you examine first in the event of monetary cuts? You have 2 minutes.
Without knowing a lot more about the budget, that's a tough question to answer. I really couldn't comment on it without knowing more about it.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Gamm, you have 2 minutes.
That question years ago was presented to the Bowling Green School Board that I sat on, and we looked at stuff for several years, and it would depend on state money's running out, the FEMA reimbursing for the disaster for such as snow blading, extra overtime expenses with that. That would have to be, again, as the entire courthouse would have to come together to try to figure out if we had to come to that would be monetary cuts.
Thank you very much. Mr. Gamm, you get to go first on this one. What can you do, I will start over. What can you realistically do to help stimulate the Pike County economy? That was an audience question.
Put a chicken in every pot, but that's called foul, so. Realistically due to monetary, put a board up and throw an arrow at it. Basically, we have to support the businesses that we've got, shop local, make sure that we can try to keep our youth here or attract youth in a qualified, not minimum wage jobs. I always said that financial growth, and we depending upon a prison, is pretty, it doesn't speak well for the society. And I gave up land, farming land that prison was built on. How do we attract? How do we bring in? That's going to take, again, a lot of work, a lot of vision, and not one person's going to be able to do that.
Thank you very much. Mr. Burris, you have 2 minutes.
Promote our local businesses, and let everybody else around know what we have to offer in Pike County.
Thank you very much. Mr. Burris, you get the chance to answer this question first. What in your background gives you the confidence that you can make the tough financial choices that are part of this job? You have 2 minutes, sir.
Well, I've done it all my life. My wife and I have managed to own our own home. So, just life experience.
Thank you very much. Mr. Gamm, you have 2 minutes.
I'm a conservative by nature. I'm a farmer. Not a cockeyed optimist farmer, but a realistic farmer. We plan. We work. I can't say too much. My banker's sitting out here. But 40 plus years of hard farming and making some pretty tough decisions. My 9 years on the school board was really tough. In the middle of that, at the end of my last term, we closed the Curryville School. That was a tough decision. The board fought and worked and fought and worked and worked and worked. And I based my decision to vote to close it on the fact that there was 42 kids that went to that school. Our daughter was one of them. But I had 1,200 other students to worry about, as well as the taxpayers. It was costing over $400,000 for 42 students in that school. That was $10,000 plus a student that we were spending, while the rest of the district was spending less than $4,000 on the kids that went to Bowling Green. It wasn't equal. And yes, that affected that community. And that was probably one of the toughest decisions I ever sat on in my life. And I know it affected them. But we were able to move on progress and build on with that aspect. All the kids get the quality education. Also, have been working with our church for many years, and we're making tough decisions right now. And hopefully
Thank you very much, sir.
down the road.
Our next question, Mr. Gamm, you will get to answer first, and it is this. Are the taxpayers of Pike County getting a good bang for their buck?
Across the board, yes. We've got a hospital that I will brag on because it's kept me alive about 3 times. The home health and hospice I've had to use for my parents. They gave my mom a very good end of life. Our roads, we've probably got one of the best group of men dedicated to maintaining our roads and bridges in this county. Sean O'Brien is doing a great job, and the employees are very dedicated, especially when the complaints about, well, the ditches are full of dirt. And I ask those people that are complaining about the ditches full of dirt, whose dirt is it? Well, it's mine. I go, you didn't take advantage of getting terraces and waterways when it was available, did you? So I don't know if I get too many votes in answering it that way, but it's a common sense. And I think the taxpayers in this county, are there improvements? Yes, there can be improvements. But I think we're getting really good bang for the buck.
Thank you very much. Mr. Burris, you have 2 minutes.
Mine's short and sweet. I think we're getting real good bang for the buck.
Okay. Pull the microphone or the cord just a little closer. I think that's part of the problem. That's why it's shortening out a little bit. There we go. Mr. Burris, you'll get the chance to answer this question first, and it's very similar in nature. What changes, if any, are needed in county government? You have 2 minutes, sir.
Well, there's definitely going to be a change in presiding commissioner. So that's the only one I see right now.
Thank you very much. Mr. Gamm, you have 2 minutes, sir.
Again, I agree with Terry. There will be a change. The main change that needs to be is cooperation, and we've got to work together. We cannot progress. Everybody going off like thistles in the wind and getting upset, not talking to one another, and it's just got to change. That's the main thing.
Thank you very much. Mr. Gamm, you will have the opportunity to answer this question first, and it'll be our last question of the evening. How do you perceive the role of presiding commissioner?
How do I perceive the role? If elected, I would be the presiding commissioner. What does that mean? My philosophy is I would be one of 3, not over, not under, but with. I would represent this county in the best way I know how in the meetings with the Mark Twain Group, with the myriad of county offices, state offices, associations that we belong to. And that would be one of a leader and leading by example. In all my work, I have never asked anybody to do a job that I wouldn't do myself. And that is how my role, I feel, would be.
Thank you very much. Mr. Burris, you have 2 minutes.
I agree with Chris on that one also. I think we would all be an equal The only thing the presiding does is he kind of chairs the meetings and is kind of the spokesperson for the group at different functions. That's the way I see it.
Thank you very much. That concludes the question and answer portion. Now we'll go to the final summations, which each candidate gets 3 minutes. And because Mr. Burris led off at the outset, Mr. Gamm, you'll get the first chance to give your 3 minutes, and you may start whenever you choose.
First, I want to thank the Legion for putting this on. It is a prime opportunity for you all to get to see and know both Terry and I thank you. Thank everyone that's here and gave up a very good night, and sadly, no, the Cardinals aren't playing, so. My main wish, if elected, again, is to be in cooperation. Working together for all of Pike County was my theme that I chose. My first one that I wanted was, it's not about the party, it's about the people, meaning the political party. I feel that Republican or Democrat has no place in running local government, because it is about each one of you. It is about all 18,000 plus residents in this county. I look forward to the challenge. I promise I will work. And just like last night when I got a phone call at 11 o'clock from a guy, I think your cattle are out on the county road. Well, at 1 o'clock in the morning, brother and I got our cattle back in and the fence fixed. I too will take that same approach to working for you all and do my level best. My life experiences of work, being married for 41 years next Monday, I've learned to listen. Kathy will say, no, you don't. But I do. My work at church that I deeply love, I can't run things by myself. It has to be with others. And like I said earlier, God has given us all a gift. Each one of us is different. I don't think anyone here drove here in the same car, the same make, the same model, the same color. I think everyone here has probably got a different vehicle. So too, each person brings that gift and that ability. I will listen, I will work with, I believe in the democratic way of vote. And whether the vote goes the way I like it or not, I will do my best to uphold that vote. And I thank you all.
Thank you very much. Mr. Burris, you have 3 minutes, sir.
I also would like to thank the Legion and everyone who attended tonight for coming out and giving up their time to listen to Chris and I. I knew I'd do that. You can see I'm not a real good public speaker, but if elected, I'll do my best and be available whenever, wherever, do what I can to help Pike County grow.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, before you see one of the two men who will be our presiding commissioner for the next 4 years. I think now is a great time to give them a hand because each of them is well deserving. If you do have questions you didn't get answered, please stay around. I'm sure the candidates would love to talk to you. Thank you very much for attending.
One of the good 8x10 glasses up there, just send them out.
All right, I'll do that.
Got your picture? Huh? Your picture?
Know yours? I don't know a lot of these people here.
I don't know either. No,
Bowling Green people? Yeah. I recognize a lot, but I don't know them.
I'm always available.